It's the Sarge and OQ Revue, right here on Sirius XM's Hip Hop Nation.
Yeah, man, it's the Sarge and OQ Revue right here on Sirius XM's Hip Hop Nation.
Straight hip hop hits, period.
Sarge, all of a sudden, it smells good up in here.
It smells good. Hold on, check this out, Lando. It smells good in here. But here's the thing, though. I went to give somebody a hug, and look what I got on my phone, some mascara.
To mascara.
Let me get that shit off that phone. Right now, but you mess up my happy home, goddammit.
Ladies and gentlemen, straight out of Philly.
Yes.
We got the lovely Tamel hanging out with us tonight.
Tamel, what's up?
What up?
Sarge, can you adjust that mic?
Bring that mic
Let me
down.
come a little closer. What up?
Yeah.
So, Tamel, you know, you're you're a R&B sensation out of Philadelphia.
Who's come highly recommended by a good
highly
friend
recommended. Let me tell you something. Anytime Shaheem Reed, legendary Shaheem Reed, journalist, turn Shaheem mic up.
Man,
you know.
His mic is up. He just cool like that.
I'm all the way up.
There we go.
All the way up.
Shaheem, please, don't start that shit.
Yeah.
Because,
You hear the music, man?
Here's the thing. Listen. Okay. The Bronx been kind of cold for the last 20 years, and now Orlando finally got a reason to just scream Webster Houses projects and shit like that. So
Butler Houses stand
Butler
up.
Houses
Yeah.
Cross. What's that?
Cross
thing?
Bronx Expressway. Get it right. Yeah, but go ahead.
No. What's
It's
that
not about
street
that.
though?
It's not about that. It's about something else.
Yeah, all that.
Hip hop was born there. But go ahead. What happened?
So, you know. First, I'm gonna go Shaheem. Shaheem.
Yeah.
How'd you end up bringing Tamel into the family, and now why are you crossing the lines into yeah, we'll get to the song into R&B when you're so synonymous with hip hop?
Man, I like to do it all. And I was introduced to Tamel, a friend of a friend, my man Twin. Shout out Twin.
What up, Twin?
Who's very, very instrumental with Migos and Young Greatness and Young Yachty, Lil Yachty, pardon me. All of
Same
those guys.
shit, young, little, small.
Yeah.
All
Yachty.
those guys over there with Coach K.
Shout out to Coach K.
Quality control, and we had conversation for a few weeks, and then I finally met Tamel in Atlanta. I think we were in Atlanta, and then I went to the studio, the quality control studio, and they played me this music, man, and I was just blown away by the music. And what really got me, before I heard the music, she told me the story, which she'll tell you her story herself, and it was just a really strong story of just perseverance and inspiration, and you might even shed a tear when you hear it. But above and beyond that, she's
Did
just
you cry? You shed a tear?
You better not be crying.
Come on,
me and Tamel,
crying in the dark,
we done had a couple of little tears shed, during our conversations. But I just think she was really talented, man. And she's not conglomerate or anything. She has her own situation.
Okay, look, Shaheem. Shaheem, I hope you ain't cheating.
No, it's all good. But these friends of the fam, like we gotta, as a OG in the game and a cultural curator, as they say, I gotta help to introduce the young talent, man, to keep it going.
Well, this is what we should do.
And we should play the song.
Let's play the song.
Cross the line,
and get to know her story.
Yeah.
All right.
That's up next.
I'm a man. I ain't gonna be crying up in here, but I'm really interested in hearing your story. Okay. All right.
877-60 Hip Hop.
She said, okay.
We are crossing the line tonight. It's the Sarge and OQ Revue right here on Sirius XM. It's Hip Hop Nation. Sarge and OQ on your radio.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago, we crossed the line with Tamel.
Yeah, here's the thing. We want to get into things first. You know what I'm saying? First and fast, because we're going to hold you to it, Tamel. The lovely Tamel, R&B singer extraordinaire out of Philadelphia.
Tell us a little bit about your story,
Got a little
Tamel.
bit of bite to her. Yeah. Tell us your story, dog.
Well, I'm born and raised in Philly. Started out, first of all, grew up around a musical household. My dad is a music teacher.
Okay.
So I've been singing before I could talk. You know what I'm saying? So
church choir and all that
yeah,
stuff, right?
all that, yeah.
Praise you.
A little bit
nothing
of all
wrong with
that.
singing for Jesus.
We all started from church. Hey, if you didn't,
actually, he's in the church. Shaheem ain't seen the inside no church.
Hell no. I can't complain. My favorite song.
That nigga said I can't complain. The name of the song is I Won't Complain.
Nah, that's the 2016 remix.
Shaheem, you
I've heard I can't complain though.
You went to the wrong church, nigga. Anyway, keep going. You went to the wrong
Anyway, yeah. So my parents, I grew up in a strict household or whatever. So my parents separated when I was 10, and being as though my dad left or whatever, I was able to join a little local female R&B group in Philly when I was like 10, 11. And make a long story short, when I was 12, I met Left Eye. Left Eye being from, that's another one from Philly. See, you be sleeping on, you know what I mean?
She from Atlanta?
She from Philly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
all these years.
Yeah. So,
I was just about to ask you who were some of your influences.
Well,
now here's the kicker. No,
okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. So I'm a lot of my influences are from Philly, and my main influences actually Barbra Streisand. She's a you know
what
extraordinaire entertainer,
right?
Triple threat. That's what I consider myself to be. That's who I model as an artist.
Barbra Streisand,
$1 million concert. Sarge.
Yeah, a Philly girl love Barbra Streisand. Yes.
I'm sorry, Lando. Are you?
I'm familiar with a couple of Barbara's tunes, but go ahead. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, so met Left Eye. She loved the group. She called us like the young female boys to men. You know what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, we ended up going to Honduras with her to film a reality show.
Right.
And unfortunately, us shooting the reality show, fast forwarding, is when the accident occurred.
And you were in the car.
I was actually in the car. It was 10 of us in the car, flipped 5 times. Of course, we lost Left Eye. Rest in peace. And oh God, every time I talk about this, I get emotional. Lost her, and unfortunately, I was the only one that was stuck in the car, and I broke my leg, my tibia, my fibia, and my hip. So I wasn't able. So me being stuck in the car, I wasn't. They rushed me to the hospital. I had to get lost so much blood. Had to get 2 blood transfusions.
How old were you then?
13.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to was stuck in the hospital in Honduras, in a third world country, by myself. Had to wait for my dad to come. It took him a couple days to come because it was, it was all over the national news about the accident. So it was crazy. Was there by myself. So I got, had that abandoned issues or whatever. So my dad came, saved my life, basically, gave me some blood. Doctors told me I wasn't gonna be able to run again, dance again. I'll be lucky to walk again without a limp. Able to, as you can see, able to do everything now. It took some
we
time.
watched you walk in.
Yeah, you watched me. Yeah. You watched me, right?
She's 13 years old, guys.
No, I'm talking about now. I didn't watch it. What's wrong with you?
Nasty motherfucker.
Fuck y'all.
Hold on, let's get into it.
You see the gunman right there? Kill the right nigga. Right?
That's not a real laugh over there. But
that nigga put his head down. That was no laugh.
So it took me about to regain all my strength, able to walk again and everything. Well, unfortunately, I had 5 surgeries. They were trying to prevent, because I wasn't fully developed, they were trying to prevent from putting hardware in my leg.
Yeah.
So I have a rod and screws in my leg.
Here's the thing, though. And I think everybody in the media has to apologize to you and everybody else in that car, right? God bless the memory of Left Eye, the great Left Eye, the innovator.
Yes.
But you know what? Nobody. I see why you're suffering from abandonment issues.
Nobody even talked about
Nobody cared about.
It's like nobody else was in the car.
That was fine. That was fine.
It's not fine.
That didn't bother me. It might have bothered some other people that was in the car. I ain't gonna mention that, but it didn't bother me.
I want to talk about. I want to talk about the aftermath of all of this.
Hip Hop Nation.
Hip Hop Nation, straight hip hop hits, period. We got the lovely Tamel with us.
Yo.
Well, we know she's fully recovered. Get off the table during the French Montana song. She's a survivor. She was in the car or the van when Left Eye died, and she was a part of the emerging group.
How many people were in that car?
10.
10 people.
And
wow.
She was the only one that died?
Yep, she was the only one that passed, and
she
I was the only one that was severely injured.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And you're a survivor.
Yes.
And honestly speaking, for you not to have this voice until now, is amazing. And you're fully recovered after all of your injuries. Out from being in Guatemala. Let me ask you a question. Seriously.
Not Guatemala.
What is it?
Honduras.
It's kind of like the same shit.
Yes.
Guatemala, Honduras.
Yeah, it's a little different, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Zika land. Sorry, everybody, for Guatemala.
It's all good. It's all
Another
good.
joke, Guatemala. But listen, let's get back serious.
Motherfuckers are mad at you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. Here's the
The
thing.
Hondurans gonna come at you.
Here's the thing. Why didn't you just turn your back on music and say, you know what? Like.
What kept you motivated
What kept
after
you
that?
motivated after that?
Well, first of all, I'm from Philly. We don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Rocky is one of my. That was man.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me that wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rocky, Sylvester Stallone,
Yeah.
like that's for real for me. So I mean, I'm, you know, I never stopped. Especially once the doctors told me I wasn't gonna be able to do what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? They just said finish school, maybe go to college, and just be a regular person because dancing and performing is not gonna be what you're gonna do. And my mom was like, nah, that ain't gonna be you. I don't see you doing nothing else but music.
So you had a supportive mother on your team, yeah.
Exactly. So I just kept on going, you know what I'm saying? And then once I was able to walk again and when I had full recovery, like I said, I still have hardware in my leg, but I mean, I forget half of the time. It don't even bother me because I'm a little you know what I mean? I don't know if y'all y'all will catch my shows soon, so
Okay.
y'all see how I get down. Y'all would never know. You know what I'm saying?
Do you write your own music?
Yes, I do write. Well, I co-write. I like to collaborate a lot.
You gotta specify because hey, you know.
Yeah. And I see 5 different names and people looking at credits these days. Yeah.
Right now.
Well, no, I mean I'm inspired by other writers. I'm an R&B singer, so we collaborate. You know, I don't.
You know what happened to the guy down the street? Down the street in Philly. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Check this out. When you look at the landscape of R&B, shout out to the Queen of R&B, Beyonce, and the Princess Rihanna. What differentiates what you do? In because you got a lot of hip hop in you. Hip hop is all about being different. How do you differentiate what you do as opposed to what's happening in the landscape of hip hop right now?
Well, honestly, I mean, I feel like everybody individually brings something to the table. You know what I'm saying? But with me, it's first of all my story, my perseverance, my determination, my empowerment. You know what I'm saying? But also, I bring that soft sexiness to it with the hard and the determination. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like who touched that a little bit was rest in peace to Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? Aaliyah, but I'm totally different too at the same time. So that's why I don't know, I can't compare it to nothing else but what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so when we come back, we'll get a little taste of what's happening with you. And I want to ask Shaheem, what's the difference between the R&B singers and the hip-hop singers as it pertains to that dog being in them? Okay. Hip Hop Nation. Sergeant OQ.
Got the lovely Tamel hanging out with us tonight.
Tamel hanging out with us. Shout out to hip-hop. How we going to describe Shaheem?
Aficionado.
I like all that.
A preserver of the culture. A litmus
Gatekeeper.
test. He's a gatekeeper and a litmus test. Shaheem Reed is here with us. Now,
all that. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
This is nothing but the truth. Now, Sha, let me ask you a question. Because Tamel, she, in describing her sound, that's different than what's out there. I was just wondering, just from your perspective, why do this generation of, or why does this generation of hip hop artists, particularly with them growing up on hip hop and having that hip hop sensibility, why don't they have that dog in them? Like, you know what? I'm better than this one, and this one. As opposed to, rappers will tell you, who better than you? No, nobody better than me. Nigga, I'm the best. I'm number one. Da da da.
You saying that the singers is? I think with the singers, it's not as open as in hip hop. Hip hop, we the most brash, we the most
vocal.
Yeah. I think singers, it's a lot behind the scenes. Like, okay,
I ain't getting on stage with that bitch.
Going on after her.
The diva moment.
She gotta open up for me.
Yeah,
I ain't having.
I ain't no fucking opener.
Now, Sean, I wasn't around back then, but I heard.
He's lying.
I heard that the goddamn, if the Temptations was on, and the goddamn
Delphonics.
The Delphonics or Blue Magic or whatever, they're like, you know what? We better than them niggas. We better shut this motherfucker down.
What are we
Get
going
ready
first?
for that new.
New edition in Force MDs.
Yes.
I saw that on the special. New edition in Force MDs. They had a little battle. According to the special, I gotta ask my man Michael Biv if that's true. But yeah,
you have to pick a side. All you boys to men are goddamn Jodeci, goddamn, and I was Jodeci. I went with the crack.
I mean, I think it was like that before.
I
like
went with Philly.
you know, I definitely think. You know, Usher and Chris Brown had their little competition, but it was more like a friendly side. Like I definitely been in places with Omarion and Chris Brown, and these guys have had intense dance battles. You know,
and they brought out the best of them.
Yeah, but this was all in the clubs, but it's a little bit more friendly.
And Tamel, I'm getting back to you. That's why I think that R&B is kind of flattened out, because people don't want to be the
step on toes.
Be the king of R&B. Shout out to Bobby Brown. You know,
okay.
They don't want to be that. You know, do you want to be that?
Hell yeah, I am gonna be that.
That's what I'm trying. Now that's Philly.
Now she is that.
I am gonna be that. But I mean, I just feel like
you better than Beyonce.
I feel like no pun intended. I feel like a lot of people, some people, put their foot in their mouth, and I just feel like you just need to back it up and just sometimes you ain't gotta talk about shit.
Cause you
just
better
need to
than
be about
Rihanna.
it. What the clap said. Okay.
All right. All right, so let's get right to it, Sarge.
So listen, we know you gotta leave. Could you just, can you just give them a taste?
Bless us with a little
Shaheem
taste.
already told us if they want the full shit, they gotta pick it up on iTunes.
Check it out on Spotify.
All of
Follow
that
me on
stuff.
Spotify. It's Tamel, ITSTMELLE.
Right.
Instagram, all of that. It's Tamel.
All right, come on.
Spell Tamel real quick.
T'_MELLE.
You got the apostrophe.
Come on.
But I mean, it'll pull up TMELLE. But
Anybody know how to spell? I'm sorry, Tamel. It's spell it like that. Come on.
Everybody can't spell,
Yeah, of course, one of us. Come on.
Oh. Every time you cross the line, you got me feeling like, baby, when we were younger, back in the day, we had this game we used to play. It's funny how you make me feel the same way. Let me pick another flower, baby. Does he love me? Does he love me not? Or does he love me? Does he love me not? Does he love me? Ooh, I'm just hoping that he don't get tired of me.
I'm trying to tell you right now, we're coming. We are coming.
Watch out, Rihanna, Beyonce. Who else? Let's start calling our names.
All of them. Tinashe, we killing them while they're young.
Tamel, it was a pleasure talking with you tonight.
Anybody else? Listen to me. You're rolling with a good team, good people. Stay grounded. And most of all, honestly speaking, you have a hell of a story, and we're happy that you're here to bless us. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of nothing can stop you because you've been through it all. You feel me, champ?
It's proven.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
It's the Sarge and OQ Review, right here on Sirius XM's Hip Hop Nation.